Hi friends! Today we're going to read a book all about park rangers. It's called If I Were a Park Ranger. Do you guys know what a park ranger does? They take care of our parks and our forests and all the animals that live in there. They make sure that they're safe. So, who can tell me what the person is called who writes the words? An author, good job. And the author of this book is Catherine Steyer. And who can tell me what the person is called who draws the pictures? Good job. Illustrator. The illustrator for this book is Patrick Corrigan. So let's get into this book and see what it means to be a park ranger. If I were a park ranger. Imagine serving as a park ranger for the U.S. National Parks. If I were a National Park Ranger, after going to college to study wildlife biology, conservation, or education, I'd work for the National Park Service. I'd wear a special uniform, a hat, and a badge. Look at all these little park rangers. They have their uniform, their hat, and their little badges. These guys are in the Redwood National Park in California. What are all of these behind them? Trees. Good job. If I were a National Park Ranger, I'd be part of what historian Wallace Stegner called America's best idea. I'd proudly continue the legacy begun by people who had a vision of preserving our country's most beautiful, historic, and unique areas. So all of these people did something special to help our country's national parks. Wow. Some people hang pictures of pretty scenery on their office walls, but if I were a National Park Ranger, I would spend my workday in a place that was beautiful all on its own. If I were a National Park Ranger, I might work in the mountains. Ooh, see the mountains? In Olympic National Park in Washington. Wow. In a cave, in Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. Near a volcano. Ooh, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii. Ooh, would you know what this place is called? In the desert, good job, in Saguaro National Park, Arizona, or at the seashore. Wow. Canaveral National Seashore in Florida. Wow, what's he doing at the seashore? Yes, he's picking up the garbage, keeping the beach beautiful. Maybe I'd work on a ship or at a battlefield. Ooh, look at this big ship. This is the San Francisco Maritime National Historical Park in California. And this one is the Gettysburg National Military Park in Pennsylvania. Near the homeland of an ancient people or at a famous national monument. Ooh, the Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado. And who knows what that is? Good job. The Statue of Liberty National Monument in New York. Wow. If I were a National Park Ranger, I would protect the land, the plants, the buildings, and the wild animals of my park. I'd protect animals in many ways. I'd make sure people didn't get too close to the animals or disturb their homes. I'd make sure people didn't feed them or leave garbage that might make the animals sick. Look, what's this park ranger doing? What's he working to help? Look at the little baby turtles. They just hatched out of their eggs and they're going to the ocean. This is the Padre Island National Seashore in Texas. And over here, does anybody know what these animals are called? These are bison, and he's making sure that this man doesn't do what? Put his garbage on the ground. This is the Yellowstone National Park, and it's in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Protected spaces such as national parks and national seashores serve as living outdoor research laboratories. If I were a national park ranger, I might work with scientists to study the area's animals, plants, plants, water, or soil. I could help with the discovery of fossils or artifacts in my park. Look, what are they digging up? Fossils. Look at the bones, the tracks. Wow. This is the Denali National Park and Reserve in Alaska. I'd help campers, hikers, sightseers, and other visitors to learn about and enjoy my park. Did you know that hundreds of millions of people visit National Park Service sites each year? Wow, that's a lot. I might greet guests at the visitor center or lead a ranger talk. I'd meet people from all over the country and the world who traveled to see the treasures of the park. Wow, look. What's that, friends? It's a waterfall. So beautiful. This is the Yosemite National Park in California. I'd be a great storyteller. I'd learn about the natural history, the human history, and the legends of my park so I could share those tales. Ooh, look. These are called hieroglyphics. This is at the Petroglyph National Monument in New Mexico. I'd tell a few spooky campfire stories too. Oh my goodness, look. Telling a scary story. I'd know lots about the park's landmarks, plants, and wildlife. I'd even recognize the calls, tracks, and scat of most of the animals in my park, so I could answer any question. Almost. Look, what are these? Tracks. Yeah, what kind of animal do you think made these tracks? Ooh, I don't know. Some look pretty big. I might take people on a tour, on foot, in a tram, or in a kayak. Look how fun. This is the DeSoto National Memorial in Florida. Or maybe I'd lead a tour on snowshoe. Oh my goodness. Or by flashlight, or even candlelight. Lots of different knowledge and interests could come in handy. Look at this one. They're going on snowshoe. Glacier National Park in Montana. I might dress up in old-fashioned clothes and portray someone from another time. Look, that's the Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial in Indiana. Look, she's dressed up in old-timey clothes. Do we wear clothes like that now? No, that's silly. If I were a national park ranger, I'd always be on the lookout for fires or threatening weather. If I spotted trouble, I'd use my two-way radio to report it to the emergency dispatcher. Then the other rangers and I would use our training and experience to keep everyone and everything as safe as possible. Oh no, look what's happening. What's happening to the forest? It's on fire. What is this? Yes, it's a helicopter. What do you think it's bringing to help the fire? Yes, water. This is the Acadia National Park in Maine. Look at that little chipmunk. But sometimes things still go wrong. Then I might be part of a search and rescue team that saves someone who is lost or in danger. Look what happened to this guy. Yeah, he hurt his leg. So the park ranger is coming to help him. And this guy brought a stretcher so they can carry him out. This is the Death Valley National Park in California and Nevada. If I were a park ranger, I'd probably spend some time outside, maybe lots of times outside, in all kinds of different weather. But park rangers work inside too. Some use computers to design exhibits, make maps, write articles, and keep track of endangered animal populations. Others update park websites with information and alerts about closed roads or other issues. See? What is she looking at on the computer? Yeah, it's a bear. Ooh, this is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee and North Carolina, where we live. Wow. If I were a national park ranger, I might leave my park to visit classrooms. I'd talk with students about the wonders of my workplace because our national parks belong to them too. Look, he's teaching them about a geyser. If I were a national park ranger, my park would be cleaner and safer because of me. The animals living there would be stronger and healthier too. Look, this is the Channel Island National Park in California. What kind of animals are these? Yeah, they're foxes. What's that one? A whale tail. That's crazy. And maybe because of all I did, some visitors to my park would experience something astonishing. Wow, look at that. A moment that could happen nowhere else in the world. A moment they'd remember forever. Then, like me, they'd want to take care of these very special places too. This is the Grand Canyon Park in Arizona. Look at that. That's beautiful. What's that? A bird. Maybe an eagle? So yeah, I think someday I just might be a national park ranger. This is the Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. Look at all of them. They're so proud. The end. Well, friends, that was a super cool story all about park rangers. What was your favorite thing to learn about? Ooh, I really liked seeing all the different places and learning about the different weather they have there. Well, do any of you think you'd want to be a park ranger one day? I think that'd be super cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story and learned a lot about national parks and park rangers, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.